Welcome back, everybody. This is JP Trades. Let's jump back into Bitcoin. Let's go over some swing trade ideas and look at the macro perspective here for a moment. All right, so we see that again, we had that Model 1 Wyckoff I've been talking about since back in October. I posted this well before the Trump dump happened here, and I was kind of warning everybody that this was going to be a big move because this is a very macro Wyckoff Model 1 distribution. So that's going to usually lead to a big macro sell off. So right now we are coming into this very nice fair value gap. Let's go ahead and pull our range. And we can see that we are dipping down into our extreme discount section of this range. We have gone below the golden pocket at this point. The 786 is right here. And that is a very high volume area that I've been watching. So what do we look for here? Let's create some scenarios. Obviously, we're going to be looking for a long somewhere where we are currently. This entire range would be a very nice place to look for a long. However, the further down you get and breaching this low, it's going to put a lot of fear in the market. And we already know that we have had massive sell-offs so far. However, when we do reach max fear and max pain levels, that's usually when big money starts to buy. So let's just take this from a level to level perspective, because we're not trying to predict anything here. We're going to create some levels based on technical analysis. And when we get to those levels, we have to use confirmations and invalidations to properly trade the charts with proper risk management. We're not just going to literally buy here, and then set a never-ending stop loss way down here. And if price comes down to here, let me just keep moving my stop loss back. And then boom, you get taken out and lose $1 million. It's not what we do. That is not smart trading at all, whether it be a scalp perspective, a day trade perspective, or a swing trade perspective. If you trade that way, I give you my luck and my blessings. So the 786 is going to be an obvious area along with this high volume area. And what do I mean by high volume area is you have a lot of naked points of control and naked VWAPs right here in this area. And if we turn on our order blocks, you can see that we do have a nice order block sitting right in these two areas. And they're rather refined order blocks, so you can use those. And if we come down here and we get a massive shift, and I would be looking for a 1 hour market structure shift in these zones. Any one of these. And then obviously you would be looking for an SFP of this low. And if we do get that SFP, I would imagine that it's going to probably be a very large SFP, because it's going to want to trap as many shorts in this area as possible. Because once we start breaching this low, it's going to put a lot of fear into everyone, and people are going to be either taking profits from their buying, which turns into a sell, or they're going to be just simply selling out of this area, and potential breakout traders, et cetera. We also have this range, which was never mitigated. We came down very close to it and front ran the demand range. So to be honest with you, if I was looking for a swing long setup, this is your golden area for that. Let's go down to the 3-day. So you do have a 3-day order block right here. I think that would be a great spot for a long, as well as this one down here. What I would like to personally see in this scenario, again, is you have this low to SFP, you have a quick wick in and back into this range, or you have a very quick liquidation event happen, very, very large wick, and you have like a 1 or 4 hour market structure shift here. So ultimately, what I would look for, a shift in this area, an SFP here, or a very large SFP down in those areas, or down to one of these areas. Those would be my 3 top long setups. You also see a 3-day order block right here as well. So if this were to come back up, maybe we get down here and we do have that market structure shift. Everyone starts buying again. And before you know it, everything switched back bearish to come down to one of these levels. And you have tons of people picking up Bitcoin right here. You make a nice liquidity curve up to this zone and boom, back down again. And if that does happen, well, on a weekly time frame, this would look like a massive Model 2. And I would definitely expect that to lead probably down to here, if not breach this wick and SFP this wick. Now, like I said in my other updates, if we come down and break this low with a strong candle close, that's going to be very, very bad news. And that is my scalp updates for this week. I will update this as we go along and update y'all on the Discord for any changes to what I'm seeing. I'm expecting probably this weekend into next week, we should get some valuable data here on the charts and have a better idea of where we are in this area here. Actually, let me do one last thing. Okay, so we do have the value area low a little bit lower, very, very close to this zone. So again, I would love for it to breach this value area low, come into that 3-day, come back into value, and that's another way you could confirm your entry on this long setup. And again, we had that 3-day order block right here that also aligns with the value area low. So again, that is a very, very nice area for a short. And I can't ignore that we also have one here. Oh, did not want that. We also have one there, which is lining up really well with the point of control. So I also take a look at this area, or just combine the two and make this one solid supply zone. Yeah, and that's going to be it. I will update the Discord as soon as we get more data. Maybe we get some good movement today and we go ahead and reach this area, and we can then start looking into breaking that area down and refining the long position from there.